Hi guys, this is Ms.Hong. Today is May 13th, Wednesday. Today we will spend more time on factoring trinomial when a is not 1. Okay, and I just checked the homework you submitted today. So I just want to mention something about the homework, okay, before we start it, because basically I'm gonna review some work. That's it. You're not learning something new. So it's funny. It's like boys versus girls. So all boys, you know, you just gave me answers only. There's no work at all. So under the question, you just have the factored form. But you know what? To get the factored form, you're supposed to have some work, but there's no work. Then you know what? I'm like thinking, oh, what if this guy's use the factoring calculator or not? I told you, when you're doing your homework, you can use factoring calculator, then you will get the answer, but you don't know how to do it then. What if we open the school like next year and algebra 2, you don't know how to factor? That's the big problem. All right? So I really want you to master by yourself. So that's why I spent a lot of time on factoring. Normally I just do the factoring 2 or 3 days only, but look, you're doing more than a week, right? So I'm like going really slow, and I try to give you enough time to understand it. So boys, if you know how to do it and you get the answer by yourself, then next time you need to show the work so that I can say, oh, this guy got it. All right? Okay, and my like girls. So far I have Nicole, Rebecca, Esther, Melanie submitted homework. I don't know, like other people will submit during the like early in the morning or not. I'm not sure. But so far I have this 4 girls and 4 boys: Brandon, Brian, Nelson, Danielson, and Brandon, Brian, Nelson, Danielson. Literally all of your answers are same. So I don't know you used the factoring calculator or not, or you did it by yourself. But you don't have any work, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. But my girls, Rebecca, Nicole, you understood 100%. So I'm so proud of you. You're doing super good. So keep it up. I like your work. I love your work. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna upload Nicole and Rebecca's work on the Google Classroom. So that's what I want. All right. So those two really good. And Esther, you understood AC method and bottoms up. You understood it. 100% understood it. But the problem is you have like sign problem, like deciding sign. So I'm gonna go over that today right here. I'm gonna go over that one today. Okay, so Esther, you tried it again. You're good with AC method and bottoms up, and you know how to get the 2 factors, but you have some like confusion in how to say like plus minus, like this kind of thing, how to decide this plus plus or minus minus. You have some problem with that. So just like that one, I'm gonna help you for today about the sign. All right. And Melanie, you're good. You're just good. You did so good. But the problem is when you do bottoms up, right? When you do bottoms up, if you simplify the number, then you're not doing bottoms up. After you simplify everything, if there's still something on your bottom, then you bottoms up that one. All right? So, Esther, you need to practice more on sign, deciding signs. And Melanie, you need to practice more on bottoms up. Otherwise, you two are good. All right? So, you know what, boys? If you give me detailed your work, then I can give you feedback like this so that you can understand better. So next time, please, I need to see your work. All right? Okay, let's see. So we did this so far. So when A is 1, you know how to do it. Just like break down the number, find the 2 numbers, and like write it as a factor form, right? And when A is not 1, what? You need to check that's GCF or not, right? Always. So you check the GCF, and if that is not GCF, right? If that is not GCF, then what we do AC and bottoms up, right? We do that one. And also, like, this is basic, like something about the, like, this is the sign note, right? So I wrote all possible cases. So that could be plus plus or minus plus. So, you know, this is the thing we did first. When C is positive, right? Told you when C is positive, when you multiply these two numbers, that's supposed to be positive because this is positive, right? So that has to be positive, positive, or negative, negative. Okay, when C is positive, you're in the parentheses, that's positive, positive, or negative, negative, right? And then you decide positive, positive, or negative, negative depends on your B. If B is positive, then that's positive, positive. If B is negative, it's negative, negative. All right? So I told you, like, that sign over here, this one, this sign, and the first parenthesis sign, that's always same. Okay? But if you have the number, this number, if this number is the bigger one, you know, you will get two factors, right? If you put the bigger number first, then these two are the same. But you don't have to put the bigger number. But if you get confused, like how to decide sign, then this is easy to memorize. But Rebecca, you're doing good, so you understand how to do it, so you don't need to use this method. All right. So if C is positive, what? Both are the same sign, so that's supposed to be positive, positive, or negative, negative. All right. Positive, positive, or negative, negative, and the first parenthesis has the same sign as B. So these two are the same, all right? And then, you know, if this is, first one is minus, then minus, minus, because they're supposed to be same sign. If this is plus, then plus, plus, because supposed to be the same sign, all right? And then for the, for negative C, when C is negative, so this is negative, then what? Signs must be different. So one positive, then the other negative. One negative, then the other positive. Because after you multiply it, that number is supposed to be negative number. And you multiply two number and you get negative number, that means they have different sign, right? So the first one, I told you, when you put the R, which is the first one, as the bigger number, then B and the first parenthesis have the same sign. Okay? So I'm gonna clear this. Oops. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna use this, and please make sure you practice this correctly. So I'm gonna show you more practice, and then I'm gonna go over like some problems in the homework. All right. So let's see this one. Look. Check your A. Okay, you check your A. That's 1. So nothing to do. Good. So we just break down C. Your C is plus 14, right? So we break it down, and then you want to get 9. Then now you can like just get the number 2 and 7, right? And we do this, and then that's K. So you just write K, K. Bigger number first, 7, 2, right? And then same sign as B. So plus here. And then told you if C is positive, then what? You have same sign. This is already positive, so you just put positive for that. Okay? And look at number 2. Look at number 2. Then this one. So I got positive 12, and also your A is 1, so I'm not doing AC because A is 1, right? So positive 12, and then you break it down and you want to get 7, right? So will be 3 and 4. That's 3 and 4. Then you can get 7. When you add, you get 7, right? And X, bigger one first, smaller one later, right? Like that. And then what? The first one, same sign. So put negative for that. And your C is positive. So same sign, negative, negative. And check your answer. Negative 4 times by negative 3. Positive 12, right? So like this, and this one, Your A is not 1. A is 3, right? So this one we need to do the AC. And also asked her, you know what? I just realized that if the number gets bigger, you get confused. But when the numbers get bigger, fine. Just put the bigger number. So this one, 16, negative 16 and 3, right? Multiply it. Then you get negative 48. Sometimes your number will be bigger than 100. That's possible. But what do? We just divide, make a factor table, right? So 48, and I want to find 22, but difference, right? So you're looking for the difference, and then you're getting 22 from 48. So I'm going to complete my factor table. So you started from 1. So like this, 48 divided by 1, 48. 2, 48 divided by 2, 24, right? But you don't have to complete everything because I got my answer. 24 and 2. Then difference is 22, right? Difference, we're not adding it. Difference is 22 because that's minus. So I got 2 and 24. So what? You put the numbers, right? And then you put bigger number first, right? And that's minus. So we're supposed to get two different signs, right? First parenthesis, same sign. Second parenthesis, opposite. So that you can get negative, right? So C is negative. Two different signs, positive, negative, or negative, positive. But that's positive here, so you do positive, negative. Okay? And then we need to do the bottoms up, right? So over 3, over 3. Right? So, Melanie, look. So from here, you divide it, right? 24 over 3, that's 8. You know how to do this one. So you got B plus 8. But you don't bottoms up for that because 3 is already gone. 3 is gone. But on the homework, you put 3 over here. So you have like 3. And this one, you cannot simplify it. So this one goes up, right? Because you cannot simplify that. Melanie, you did this. Okay, so this one you simplify, you're not putting in here. That's gone. So no number here, no number. Alright? When you simplify, there's no bottoms up. You cannot simplify, bottoms up. Alright? So I got this. Alright? And then let's look at this one. So that's A is 4. And when I check this, that's not GCF. That is not GCF. So we need to do AC method. So 4 times by negative 15. Then you get negative 60. Right? Negative 60. And I'm gonna break it down. So 160. And you know difference is 16. We're looking for 16. 2 and 30. 3 and 20. I'm looking for 16. 4 and 15. Not yet. 5 and 12. One more. 6 and 10. Right? Which one has difference of 16? Yeah. There's no difference of 16. Do you see any, guys? I think that's it. These are all the factors and there's no difference of 16, right? So actually this one, you cannot simplify it. This is like prime. So in this case, you know what? If you cannot find the number, look, I need 16, right? Difference of 16, but you don't get any number that makes 16, right? And told you this is not your number, guys. This is not your number because when you add, you get 16, but we want minus, right? This is minus. We're looking for the difference. Their difference is 4. So this is not. That is not your number. So in this case, you cannot find any number. So that's, in this case, we cannot factor, right? We can't factor that. So in that case, you write it prime. So prime means there's no factor. Okay? Yeah, this is good. Good example. So yeah, if you cannot factor, that's prime. All right?